Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be showing you how to deal with the Lucci matchup as Bello Betty, of course. Uh, Lucci is kind of a weird deck, right? Where it's like, they just remove your shit every turn, which stops you from being as aggressive as you want to be. But there are a few key cards that you need to keep your eye out for that can be really good in this matchup. So we're going to go into the deck list and we'll go over those cards and talk about how you can deal with the Lucci. So this here is the standard deck that I use, right? It's my normal deck. Nothing crazy here. But the key cards for Lucci is going to be your 5-cost Ivankov, 4-cost Ivankov, and 6-cost Koala, as those are cards that just spam out more characters faster than Lucci can keep up with removing them. If Lucci gets in a position where he can just keep your entire board wiped like every turn, then obviously you can't win, because your win condition is to swing with a bunch of characters every turn and just, overwhelm your opponent from there. So what you need to do is you need to go like spammer every turn until you are able to establish a board and then push for lethal, right? But other key cards in this matchup is, of course, this promo Sabo. As it is a 5-cost, it's going to be harder to remove for your Lucci opponent. Stage is going to be really powerful as well, because it can, of course, help you more consistently find your pieces here. Since basically this matchup comes down to just like on 5 or 6 on, just drop a spammer, turn after, drop a spammer, turn after, drop a spammer. Like, you need to have all of them consistently every turn. Otherwise, you're playing an uphill battle. So stage is, of course, really important for finding those pieces. Other than that, things like Lindbergh and Kuma is really powerful as tools to pop like their key cards, like Mancherry, Rebecca. Some people play the Cobra blocker. It hits like everything, and like something like Lindbergh and Koala can pop like their Luccis. It can pop like Kusan. You can pop Kusan with like Koala into Kuma as well. Kusan and Brook. You can pop a lot of things, and a lot of this matchup actually comes down to who can keep the best board control, which, of course, they're gonna be better at KOing like shit, but it doesn't mean that you can't keep board control as well. If you're able to spam out things at the same time as you're keeping control of their board, then you're in a winning position, right? So let's just jump into some games and I'll show you how it's done in action. All right, so we're up against Lucci here. I'm gonna take first. I'm gonna try to show you the first curve. Basically go second, and the entire game relies on if he hits Brook or not. But going first, you can do a lot of things. This hand is insane going second. But I am going to go, I'm gonna keep it anyways, because we have the hormone, and usually they swing on you on 3 anyways. So we can cheat out the Ivankov, and then he has nothing to hit, because he's only at 4, right? So he can't hit the Ivankov with anything. Okay, wait, now he can, because this is -3. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pop that. Unfortunately, that was the only play we had here. But we are looking pretty good otherwise, because we can go 5-cost Ivankov next turn, and the turn after we can go Koala. So let's see here. So it's gonna be Brook. Oh, that is nice. Wow, what a nice trigger. This is why you play Hormone, guys. Because, yeah, he's gonna be able to get rid of my Kuma, but what else is he gonna do, you know? Oh, he doesn't get rid of my Kuma. Okay, we're gonna go Ivankov. We're actually gonna go into Betty here, simply because we have no targets to cheat out with the Ivankov. And we really need some. Like, yeah, there's Karasu. We could also go 5-cost Ivankov, but I think Karasu here is fine. We'll boost with the Hormone. We'll cheat out the Karasu. And we're gonna hit him 5-5-8. Like I said, like, if I had any 4-cost here, I'd go Karasu off of this Ivankov, and then I just cheat out whatever I had in hand. But since I didn't have like anything in hand at all, I think it's worth grabbing the Betty there. Yeah, basically I just gain 1 Betty on this play, right? It's gonna go 5 into Kuma, minusing probably, yeah, here makes sense. Could defend this, but I'm not gonna. Next turn is gonna be Koala Ivankov, so we're gonna be in a pretty good spot next turn anyways. Gonna go there, minusing this. I don't think it matters. I think this is gonna be Lucci, pop these two. Guess 6 Dawn though. Okay, so he does go here, but he doesn't have 10 cards in trash, so he doesn't get to minus. Oh, it's just Brook. Oh, that's so nice. I was scared of a Lucci, but now we get one extra swing in this turn. See if he pre-plays something for these 2 Dawn here, or if he just passes. I think if he doesn't have anything to play here, I think you definitely should have swung 7 with the Kusan into that. He does draw another card with another Tempest Kick. We're gonna go 6 Koala here. I'm gonna take Top Life. I'm gonna go Ivankov. I'll draw another Ivankov. Okay. Not really necessary right now, but we will pitch the Hormone. And we will cheat out the Morally, because then we're kind of threatening next turn. We are gonna go into this Kusan, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go into the Kusan. Because it doesn't really matter, right? Like, I want this Kusan gone. And we are gonna get rid of it, like, no matter what here. What is he doing? What was that? Okay, so he's just bad. I don't know what he thought he had there, but I don't mind. A little bit of a shame. It was a pretty good game otherwise, where I could have shown, but now I feel like I'm just gonna dominantly win this because he fucked up. If anything, he should concede right now, because that was a weird play. I'm gonna go 5 into that. I'm just gonna take the free block. I doubt he can. He only has one more swing, right? And if he wants to invest going into this, that's fine. Gonna do -4 with the Shirahoshi here. Gonna go on the 5 cost Ivankov. Lucci here is gonna be a great play for him. Yep. He should pop. Yeah, those 2. Makes sense. And he's gonna swing into that and pop it. Interesting. But we are still in a pretty good spot here. We are a little bit short on cards, which I don't like. But I mean, we're just gonna pop this. We're 1 swing short to have lethal here. I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna play this Kuma down. And since he only has 1 card in hand, we're gonna just swing into this Brook, because that guarantees him not having lethal next turn. And then we're gonna go 7. Actually gonna cheat out the Karasu here first, because if he triggers here, we're in trouble. Actually, let's swing 6. Yeah, he didn't have a 2k. Nice. And we're gonna go 7. Get take. And I'm gonna play this because he doesn't have lethal next turn no matter what, because they don't play rush. So just establishing as many bodies as possible here so that we can push next turn. And with only 4 cards in hand, he's gonna struggle to remove shit. We'll see where he minuses here. He minuses there. I think I take the block here, right? Because he will just swing into like one of these anyways. Who's who? That's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna be enough for him to live 1 more turn, unless he finds a blocker maybe. Gonna go 7 for some reason, or 8. I have no cards in hand, so that was no reason to do that. He does find a blocker, but with only 2 cards in hand, or only 1 card in hand rather, it's not gonna be enough, because we'll go 8 and 9 and 9. Perfect lethal. So unless this is a Shigan trigger here, we win. So we just go 9 for perfect. And we have perfect lethal. Nice. All right, GG's. All right, let's see what this guy can do here. This is a pretty good hand. We are going first, which is annoying, but at least we have the Hormone, right? In case we get to set that up and he falls into it. Could be a decent call to go stage here as well, since that is like a card that just really helps in this matchup, just finding your pieces. Question is, do I feel like he's a Hormone? Like, would he fall for Hormone? Probably not. We're gonna go the safe route and go stage. He's gonna go Mancherry. Just pre-play that. So, okay. Hopefully we can find a Kuma off of the stage then. That would be amazing. Because if we can, then we can go stage and Kuma on the same turn. Not sure why he isn't playing anything. Absolutely no clue what bro is doing. I'm thinking, yeah, next turn is going to be stage. Yeah, we'll definitely pitch one of those hormones. No Kuma, a little bit sad, but we'll grab a Ivankov. On 7, we can at least go Koala Ivankov now. But it's definitely sad that we didn't find a body to play. Because we're just going to have to go 7 phase here. Really don't like, not a fan of it at all. And he can just pop my Betty now. With like anything. He miscounters. Okay, I don't know what bro is doing. This is. I feel like I'm playing as a toddler. And he triggers a Tempest kick. Okay, a little bit cringe. But that's fine. It's just one body. Now he would probably have removed that on his turn anyways. I guess now he can set up a Kusan, which is gonna be annoying. We'll see if he goes, because we can go. Yeah, we're really gonna need a 5-cost Ivankov for the search here. Otherwise, next turn is gonna be really weak. Because we're gonna have to do like 4-cost and boost and bring out Lindbergh, but it's like such a bad turn. This guy's playing in slow motion, but I guess that's fine. He's gonna go Rebecca, pick up Tashigi again. Okay, was that why he was gonna counter? Because he was gonna just play Rebecca anyways, but interesting. Interesting play. Exactly, because it's Rebecca Brook here anyways. So it's like, why would you pop with the Tempest kick, pop my Betty, when you could have just popped it with the Brook? So yeah, I definitely don't mind him doing that. He's gonna swing face. I'm going to take this. He's gonna mill a Jack and a Suro. We're gonna trigger, pop his Rebecca. Could have popped the Manchery, but I really want to get rid of this Brook. So it's priority to get rid of that Rebecca. And now forecast Ivankov into Lindbergh doesn't sound too bad anymore, because we at least get to boost this Kuma at the same time. But I'm still gonna try to find a 5-cost Ivankov off of the search here. We'll pitch the hormone. No 5-cost, but we do find a Kuma. That could be decent, but I think I'd rather set up the Lindbergh and just grab Koala so that I can have that for the Lindbergh. But we'll start with he only has 4 cards in hand, so I think we're just gonna start with a 5 into this Brook. See kind of where he takes that. If he counters here, that would be really nice, because then we can go 6 into it with Kuma, and like that he definitely won't defend. But yeah, he does use the Tashigi there. We're gonna go like this, pitch the Sabo, boost Lindbergh, and then go 6 into the Brook. And now if he wants to defend that, he's losing a lot of resources. Because he's only at 3 cards in hand, so if he defends here, he'll be like nothing and not have a turn next turn. He does defend it with the Brook. Interesting. But yeah, he might just feel like he has, like, if he has some reduction in hand, that's really, he might still be in a decent spot. But he's only going to 6 Dawn, so he, like, how much can he really do with 2 cards in hand? And just a Brook on board. He doesn't have his trash field either, so he can't Tempest kick. Not sure how he's gonna remove my stuff here, but he'll definitely get this Kuma, and then I'll probably take 1 hit. And we'll probably just go Koala Karasu next turn. Minusing the Brook with the Karasu. That way it's within Lindbergh range. If he swings with the Brook, I'll probably just pop the Manchery with the Lindbergh instead. But he's probably going to use the Manchery here to bring back either the Brook or the Rebecca, because he can go Rebecca Brook again. But like I said, with no reduction, what does he really have? I guess he could go Manchery, Rebecca Tashigi. No, but Tashigi is... No, he could... He could go... I don't know. I don't think he has any playlines here. He just doesn't have the resources, right? But I think Manchery Rebecca is probably the play. Not sure what he's going to do with the Rebecca, but again, I don't know what he has in hand. But we're looking pretty good right here, because next turn we can go Koala, which is going to go wide. And if he doesn't deal with this Ivankov here, we can go wide again. And if he does deal with the Ivankov, that means he's leaving the Lindbergh, which the Lindbergh is just going to be so good. He's going to bottom deck the Rebecca. Interesting. Okay. And Jack makes sense. The Rebecca I don't agree with. But maybe he just grabs Brook here. He grabs the Shigi. Okay. And he can play the Tashigi minus... Yeah, he can pop one of these things now. Okay, I guess. But you're resting your entire board? Yeah. I guess this is fine. He's gonna go Suru? Okay. I don't think you needed to go Suru. Because you have the reduction from lead as well. So what he should have done was just keep the Suru in hand, go Tashigi, -2, lead, face, minus this, and then Brook. Here, pop this. It's fine like this too, I guess. But you're losing a Suru in hand. And then he decides to swing face with the Brook. Which is making me think that he just doesn't want to give me life. Which is also fine. Because we have the Koala. So I didn't actually mind not taking a life here. Gonna go 6 into the Kuma. He's gonna get that, of course. He's gonna mill another Brook. Okay. But yeah, this is just gonna be Koala, Karasu probably. I can easily wipe him here. He only has one card in hand as well, and we can go like 6. Yeah, we can just swing so big numbers here that nothing is a problem. And we still have stage as well, so we could do another search. Depending on what we find, we can even get rid of this. Ooh, another Koala. I really like that. I'm going to keep that for next turn. And we're going to go Ivankov. Okay, so we're not going to keep it for next turn, because depending on what we draw from these. No, I think I'll discard the Koala here again. I don't think it's that deep. I think I'd rather do another Koala Ivankov next turn. And we're gonna just do the Karasu, minusing the Brook. We'll swing 5k into it, which will connect. Then we'll go Lindbergh into this, pop the Manchery, so now he doesn't have any outs next turn. Pass. Like, yeah, he's sitting on 4 life and I'm sitting on 2, but board presence and resource presence is all mine. And he can't even swing 5k into this now, because I'll just free block. I might actually just straight up block, even if he swings big into this, because I'd rather keep my Lindbergh on board than keep my Koala on board. Yes, the fact that it's a 6 cost makes it harder to remove, but Lindbergh just gives me so much value dealing with things like Tashigi, or not Tashigi, sorry, Rebecca, and this soldier. It hits Barto as well. It hits so many things in this matchup. It's like the key card, right? But I will try to... Yeah, I will try to save this Lindbergh. Completely dependent on what he has, but he only has 2 cards, so he really shouldn't have that much. It's a shame that he's taking so long. I am terribly sorry about this boring-ass gameplay. He's taking... I've taken 2 minutes off my clock. He's taken 7. Actually 8. That's crazy. But yeah, he shouldn't have any play this turn, and we'll just go Koala Ivankov next turn again. Yes, that will bring us down to 1 life, but I'm not really worried, because I don't think he'll kill me on the turn after, and he should be dead by then. Especially because he has no resources here to actually wipe my board. In fact, there's a chance that I threaten killing him next turn. Here I could block and counter, which I don't dislike. I could push lethal next turn, honestly. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll block and then we'll counter with the Ivankov. And then next turn we'll try to push lethal, and if he counters at any point, we'll just play down the koala. It's gonna minus the Ivankov, which is making me think that he has removal for this Ivankov. Which probably means we won't have lethal turn, right? I think we'll just... This is a hard play. I think I can choose to keep the koala, right? There's also a chance that he doesn't have anything and he's gonna hard swing into with the Sura. I think I'm gonna unfortunately give up to Lindbergh. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think swinging 6 there was really annoying. It's gonna be Jack. Okay. But I think that's also fine. As long as I can find a... I don't even need to find a reducer. I can still just pop this. Like, he gets to deal with one thing, but I'm gonna go wide next turn again and prevent him from having a board. So he won't have lethal next turn. What is this, bro? There's no way you play that card. We're gonna pitch the Sabo here. Grab a Karasu. And then we'll go Koala again into Ivankov. Ooh, that's actually a really nice draw too. I'll use that. I'll grab the Koala here. I'm pitching the Sabo, boosting like this. And since he only has one card in hand, we can go 9. Actually, we'll go 10 into this Jack and minus face. That gives us the Jack guaranteed. And then we can swing face to just deal with... Bring him down a little so we can set up lethal next turn. See here if he has a 2k. He doesn't counter at least. 9, he takes. Let's see, no trigger here either, hopefully. And I am going to Karasu over this Betty here. I think... Yeah, I'll cross it over the Betty. I just don't want to... I could have done that before, but I was thinking if he gets a trigger, at least I won't have to trash something off my own board. But I think we're in a decent spot here where it's like he has to basically swing 8 into this to land his swing. And if he doesn't... Like, he doesn't have lethal here, even with the Suru. Like, even if he deals with his blocker, he'll have to swing like 7-7, right? Or 7-8 or 7-9, depending on what I get from here. Which he just won't have enough for. Like, he can barely swing 7-9 like this, and he still needs to find an answer for that koala in case of that. I wasn't really worried about him having lethal this turn. And then how hard can he really do anything here with 4 cards? He doesn't have a Rebecca in trash. He does have a Barto, but it's not really relevant. He's gonna swing 5 face. He's gonna minus here, which makes me think that he has some sort of out here. That he can do like Tempest Kick Brook or something to pop this. So I'm just gonna take this free block. Because I'm not risking that. Gonna be Kusan, yeah. Okay, so he was just setting up this. Not sure what he's gonna grab now, or like what he's gonna pop. Gonna pop the koala. That's interesting. Don't agree with that. I'm pretty sure we just have him now. This Kusan is just not gonna do enough. And yeah, next turn we're gonna bring him down to 3. We're gonna have 5 swings, 6 if we find something better off of here. We'll drop the koala. Betty's decent. Yeah, I'm gonna do Betty to try and find like a Karasu. Yep, nice. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. This almost guaranteed connects. This should almost also guarantee connects. Yeah, we just have so much power here that even if he triggers here, he just doesn't have enough. Yep. This is one way to deal with Lucci. Again, sorry that he played so fucking slow. I would not include this if it wasn't the fact that I hate playing against Lucci. We'll just go 10 here, and that should seal the deal. But yeah, so that still showed a decent amount how to do it, right? Like, Koala is really good in this matchup, especially if you can go Koala Ivankov, because going wide is the key. He wasn't really able to keep a board, and like the one time he had a board was the Brook Tashigi Manchester turn, and we dealt with that with no problem, thanks to Lindbergh. Like I said, Lindbergh is really good against Lucci. It deals with just about anything. So yeah, keep your eyes out for Lindbergh when playing against Lucci here. I don't know what he's doing. We're just gonna wait. We're literally just gonna wait for him to give up here. I'm not leaving. There we go. Yeah, he had like literally no counter. What a fucking guy. All right, so we're gonna go second here. We're gonna keep this hand because Betty is just so good, right? Even if it does get popped by Brook instantly, at least you still get value from it because it searches, right? And there's the forecast Ivankov, perfect. And we'll pass. And we have 5 cost Ivankov for 6 on as well. Realistically, all we need now is a Koala, and we would be good to go. But we find another 5 cost, which is really good. I mean, like I've said, the Ivankov here is the key card in this matchup, and he doesn't find Brook, which is also really important. Because now we can go something like this and cheat out the Lindbergh. We can go 5 and 5. Just getting this Lindbergh out, right, means that he's basically forced to block this turn and use the Mancherry, or not do any of it, but like one of these is getting popped next turn. Which basically means next turn he's gonna, like, he should block here and then just use the Mancherry next turn. He takes the hits. He's thinking about this one. He takes that one too, okay. So now he has a lot of resources to do combo shit, which is a little bit annoying, but he is still only at 5 Dawn. So he can't remove both of these, which is really nice. And he decides to go for the Lindbergh instead of the Ivankov. I mean, which just means, which makes sense, right? Because Lindbergh is a threat, but Ivankov is the key to winning this matchup. And usually they'll leave the Ivankov. Oh, he misses. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the Lucci. So we're gonna go 5 cost Ivankov here. We're gonna go into the Sabo because it's a 5 cost, so it's harder to remove. We're going to go leader effect. We're gonna cheat out a Karasu to minus here, and then we're gonna use this Lindbergh, and we're actually gonna pop the Cobra. Because I'd rather pop the Cobra here. It doesn't matter. He blocks with the other one. Because we don't really want his Rebecca in the trash, right? But obviously he blocks anyway, so it really didn't matter. I could have popped the Mancherry as well, but I think putting just this extra pressure on him for next turn is really good. And if he uses a Dawn for the Mancherry, that means less combo potential on his end. He's going to use the Tempest Kick. He's targeting my Karasu, which is fine. I don't really care about that. And he's going to struggle to remove these because they're 5 costs. Going Ivankov into Sambo is one of the stronger plays you can do. I'm going to go 6 into my Lindbergh, and he's going to minus the Ivankov. We're going to counter this because we're going to try to put it up a bunch of aggro next turn. It's going to be, look, it's going to be Lucci, but just hitting the Karasu, which is super strong for us, right? And I think we just push here, right? I don't think we have to worry about anything. Yeah. Even if he wasn't this bricked up, I think we just have him, right? We just have so much power here. And I didn't even have to push right. Like, I could have literally just played Ivankov or Koala this turn, and I would have still been fine. This was a... Like, this is what happens if they don't see Brook on 3. You just win instantly. Well, GG's. Alright, that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned maybe a little bit of how to deal with Lucci as below Betty. It is a weird matchup, and it can be really difficult when they see their shit. But as you saw in that last game, if they don't see like Brook on 3, that's basically game over. Unfortunately, they always see Brook on 3 for some fucking reason. But if they don't, you're good to go. Just spam out your shit, find your Ivan cost, find your 6-cost Koala, and you're good to go. And I'd say prioritize stage because it can help you find those pieces easier, right? Other than that, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe as well if you want to see more content like this. And I am going to start posting things on my Patreon as well, starting like right now. Where I'm gonna put the vlog. I have a vlog for the Swedish Championships where it's like it's not really quite good enough to be a YouTube video, so I'm just gonna post it on the Patreon instead. But you can go there, subscribe to the Patreon, and see the vlog. And I'm gonna start posting more content there as well frequently. So go check out the Patreon. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.